So in this video I'm going to show the new samples screen feature. So I built Dashbuilder into Dashbuilder client and I went to the dist directory. And by default, if we start Dashbuilder, it shows no samples, and the reason is that we need to configure Dashbuilder to show samples to the user. So to do that, we modify setup.js. And we have some samples. We have actually only one sample on this GitHub repository. And since it's not running locally, I need to also turn on this flag, so Dashbuilder will allow us to load models from an URL. And once you have this property, Dashbuilder tries to look for a file called samples.json. And this file is where you actually tell Dashbuilder that we actually tell Dashbuilder what are the samples that you want to make available. So let's take a look at this file. And the structure of this file is a map where you have the name of the category for the samples, and the key is a array of samples objects where you have AG. You can also give it a name like an human ribbon name, for example. Products. And Dashbuilder will use this name in the UI instead using the AG. So once you have that, you can start the server again. Go to the web browser, and now we have this button here because now Dashbuilder understands that we have samples, so it will allow us to go to the samples screen. And the reason is that we changed the samples screen to go here by default because before, if you access Dashbuilder with samples enabled, you would see directly the samples screen. We added this button because when running with Quarkus, it may be confusing to show the sample screen, so we thought that it's better to have this button here. When you click, you go to the samples screen and it shows exactly what you mapped in the JSON file. So you can go to the sample and it will be rendered inside Dashbuilder. So that's the basic how the samples work. We have another feature that's only for the Quarkus side. You can map Dashbuilder to use that, but it's like an internal feature. So this other feature is to allow users to edit the dashboard. So they edit the dashboard, and the dashboard will be in their Quarkus project. So to use that, first of all, we need to map the a service to allow the user to a service to resolve the sample path on the file system. So let me add this property here. Samples edit service. So since I don't have a web service, I will call it edit. And when Dashbuilder calls the service, it will be actually opening my file. And this service should return the path for a sample, and Dashbuilder will call the VS Code to open that path. So samples edit service, I'm calling this edit, and inside edit what I'm going to have is just a this. It's just a path on the file system to allow VS Code to open it. So progs, let me just, okay. When I save this, and because I have this this new property here, Dashbuild now will allow me to edit the dashboard. I'm start the server. Let me refresh here. See, now we have this little button here. This was not here before. When I click on it, Dashbuilder asks that if the user is okay about copying a file to their project. This will not have effect here because this only has effect on Quarkus. Because in Quarkus we have an endpoint that receives the sample ID and then copy the file to the user project. So when we click OK, I'm just enable the pop-up. It opens Visual Code. Okay, I probably mapped the file wrongly. I should have to create that file, but basically it would, VS Code would open the file. In Quarkus side, the file will exist. Let me quickly create this just to show the feature. So it can be in any file. So it do not have to be a finished file. Okay, so I create the file. Let me refresh the page. Now when I click here, okay, so here's the file. So it was opened on VS Code. Okay, and when running with Quarkus, everything will work because this file will be in the Quarkus project. So Dashbuilder will scan the file and make it available for the user. So that's it. That's all about the new feature.